In Washington, a stunning turn in one of America's most divisive political sagas. Former FBI Director James Comey, who once led the investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 election, has been indicted by a federal grand jury. Prosecutors accuse him of obstruction and making false statements to Congress during testimony in 2020, testimony tied to the very case that defined Donald Trump's first term in office. The indictment follows days of public pressure from the president himself. Just last week, Donald Trump urged his Justice Department to act now against Comey and other political opponents. Attorney General Pam Bondi defended the charges, saying in a statement, "No one is above the law." But the timing has fueled accusations that the Justice Department has become a political weapon. President Trump did little to quiet those concerns. Instead, he celebrated the indictment online, calling it a victory for accountability.
Comey's a bad person. He's a sick person. I think he's a sick guy, actually. He did terrible things at the FBI. But I don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen.
The case also reflects a power struggle inside the Justice Department. Trump recently removed Eric Seibert, the U.S. attorney in Virginia, after Seibert resisted charges against Comey. In his place, the president appointed Lindsay Halligan, a White House aide and his former personal lawyer, despite her lack of prosecutorial experience. It was Halligan who pressed the case before a grand jury, just days before the statute of limitations was set to expire. For Comey, the indictment is not just a legal challenge, but a political battle. The former FBI chief released a video statement declaring his innocence, appealing directly to the public in stark terms.
My family and I have known for years that there are costs to standing up to Donald Trump. But we couldn't imagine ourselves living any other way. We will not live on our knees, and you shouldn't either. Somebody that I love dearly recently said that fear is the tool of a tyrant, and she's right. But I'm not afraid, and I hope you're not either. I hope instead you are engaged, you are paying attention, and you will vote like your beloved country depends upon it, which it does. My heart is broken for the Department of Justice, but I have great confidence in the federal judicial system, and I'm innocent. So let's have a trial and keep the faith.
Legal analysts say the case against Comey could prove difficult to win. Former federal prosecutor Neama Rahmani described the government's evidence as weak and noted that even the previous U.S. attorney had doubted probable cause. Rahmani warned that Trump's own public demands for prosecution could strengthen Comey's claim of selective or political targeting. If the case proceeds, a Virginia jury, often considered more liberal, could prove an uphill battle for the Justice Department. James Comey's indictment is historic. He is the first senior official tied to the Russia investigation to face criminal charges in a case that may reshape perceptions of American justice itself. For supporters of Donald Trump, the charges mark long-delayed accountability. For critics, they represent a dangerous new precedent, blurring the line between law enforcement and politics. The outcome of Comey's trial may now test not only his fate, but the credibility of the Justice Department, the courts, and the principle that justice in the United States remains independent of political power.